Using the intervention plan. The coach uses information from the FBA and collaborates with the teacher to choose intervention strategies that match the function of the student's problem behavior. The teacher must understand the intervention and buy into implementing it. Intervention plans that are technically adequate tend to fail unless they demonstrate contextual fit. Contextual fit is the match between the intervention plan, the school environment, the skills and resources of the teacher, and the characteristics of the student. An intervention plan has good contextual fit when teachers and coaches accept the intervention is doable, effective, and sustainable for the student. Ensuring contextual fit increases the likelihood that the plan will be implemented in the classroom. The intervention plan is accessed from the student's record through the coach's account and is completed by the coach with input from the teacher. The intervention plan screen is arranged to help the coach and the teacher build an effective intervention for the student, an intervention that meets the function of the behavior. At the top of the screen, you see the summary statement and the hypothesis of the function from the FBA summary. The problem statement from the FBA summary appears vertically along the left side of the screen. This includes the problem behavior, what happens before and after the behavior, and the setting event. Empty boxes to the right of each component help the coach and teacher create an appropriate intervention that links to all elements of the problem statement, while considering the function of the behavior shown at the top of the screen. It is important to build your intervention by answering the questions in a specific order. The main purpose of the intervention plan is to teach the student a new, more appropriate behavior. So, we start at the behavior section. First, identify an appropriate replacement behavior to teach the student. The replacement behavior must be functionally equivalent to the problem behavior. That is, it must serve the same function as the problem behavior. If a student screams to escape reading, then the student must be taught another, more appropriate way to escape reading. The replacement behavior should be a skill the student already has or can easily learn. It's important this new skill is as easy or easier for the student to do than the problem behavior. For this example, if Mike requests a break, that would serve the same escape function as screaming and throwing materials. Continue building the intervention plan by filling in the remaining boxes. Answer each question by considering what the student's teacher or other adults will do rather than what the student will do. Next, answer the question, how will you teach the replacement behavior? List specific steps for teaching the new skill. For Mike, the teacher will remind him when to request a break, prompt him to request the break at the appropriate time, and then deliver the reinforcement when Mike requests a break. The best place to teach the replacement behavior is the same or similar situation that evokes the problem behavior. After we identify the replacement behavior, focus on what changes should be made to the antecedent by answering the question, how will you change the antecedent? The main goal for an antecedent strategy is to prevent the problem behavior from occurring. Consider how the teacher might alter or change the antecedent that immediately precedes the problem behavior. For this example, the teacher might offer choices during reading or reduce the duration of the reading requirement. Some antecedent strategies include modifying the delivery of instruction, providing more prompts, and offering choices. Teachers can work with their coach and team members to identify additional antecedent strategies. Again, be sure to think about the function of the problem behavior when choosing antecedent strategies. For example, if escape work is the function, offering choice and changing the length of the task meet the function of the behavior and are more likely to be successful. If attention is the function, scheduling time to work with peers or providing close proximity to an adult may be useful. Consider changes to the setting event that will reduce the impact of the setting event on the challenging behavior. Remember that setting events often happen well before the antecedent. Removing or changing the setting event makes it less likely that the student will engage in the challenging behavior and can change the value of the consequence. For example, if instruction in the afternoon is the setting event, then move reading to the morning, or provide more breaks during the morning so the student is not so tired in the afternoon, or provide more breaks in the afternoon during instructional time. Now go to the consequence section. Consider how the teacher will change his or her response to the new behavior by answering the question, what will you do when the replacement behavior occurs? This provides an immediate consequence when the student engages in the new skill you are teaching. For Mike, when he requests a break, immediately reinforce it and provide him with the break. Next, answer the question, what will you do when the problem behavior occurs? The second answer withholds or changes the consequence of the problem behavior when it occurs. For Mike, if he screams, he doesn't get to have a break. He still needs to engage in reading, and the teacher reminds him about appropriate requesting. In this way, you are reinforcing the new skill and not reinforcing the problem behavior. Sometimes, it may be necessary to include a negative consequence that reduces the problem behavior. Be sure to follow the established guidelines of your school or district. The information that is entered in the intervention plan can be saved and later changed as long as Save Draft is selected each time. Consider clicking Save Draft if you and the teacher have not finished developing the plan. Clicking Submit and will move the process to the progress monitoring phase. Now your intervention plan is complete. Select the Submit button and save it into iBest. Intervention plans often need to be modified once they've been implemented if progress data suggest a change is necessary. The teacher and coach monitor the student's progress in response to the strategies, and if necessary, they make changes to the plan. To modify the intervention plan, select Modify Plan at the top right of the page. Coaches are the only team members who can modify a plan for a student from their student case list. Teachers cannot modify the plan. Once you select Modify Plan, the intervention plan text boxes can be edited. Scroll down to the part that needs to be modified to make your changes. At any point, if you want to cancel the changes, or if you've clicked on the Modify Plan button by mistake, simply select Cancel to return to the last saved version of the intervention plan. When you are finished making changes, select Submit. At this point, you will be asked if the changes you made are minor or major. Select Minor Change if you corrected typos or small errors in wording. Your changes will be saved, but a record of these minor edits is not saved. Select Major Change if you made substantial edits to the intervention plan, such as changes to the interventions that the teacher will be implementing. When you select Major Change, a new current version of the intervention plan will be created and saved. At the top of the page, in the box next to Intervention Plan Version, you can access previous versions of the plan by selecting the down arrow next to Current Version. Previous versions are listed by the date they were created. The most recent plan is always named Current Version. Let's review the intervention plan. The teacher and the coach choose interventions that are based on the function of the challenging behavior. The interventions focus on teaching new behaviors, but also include changes to the antecedents and consequences. For example, changes can be made on how instructions are delivered and the teacher's responses to the student's behaviors. Continue to Part 7, Using the Progress Chart.